Hey, it's MiniWarGamer Mike here from MiniWarGaming.com, and today we're going to do something completely new. These are the MiniWarGaming bits boxes, and they're getting pretty full. So I'm going to build something orky out of whatever I find in these boxes. Probably going to be a Deff Dread, I hope. I'm going to steal this little searchlight here. Yeah, that's all I'm going to take off that piece. Here's some old Storm Boys rockets. Keep them over there. At least I think that's what that is. Alright, we're going to keep that whole sprue out. It's just got a whole bunch of good Imperial Guard pieces on it. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, this is mostly bits of chaos. Oh, legs. I don't know what this is, but we'll take it. Always good to have. Yeah, why not? You know, I don't even know what that is. That's okay. Oh, here we go. Rhino pieces right there. We're gonna just take everything out of here for now. We don't know what we need, but we're gonna need a lot of it. Oh, another nice little flamer. All right, that looks like just about everything good out of there. We have some square bases in here. Never know when those will be handy. Part of an old Sentinel. Tracks. More old Sentinel. And not that we need it, but more tracks. Tyranid, Space Marine. Yeah, there's some random pieces on here that might be useful. Blank sprues. These actually come in handy. Last is my box of orc bits. We're gonna steal these wheels. Got a couple of missiles in here. Orky emblems are always good to have. All right, so we're gonna start with the bottom. So somewhere in here I had some legs. All right, there, that's the bottom. 1 and 2. These are just gonna mount like so. Gives us the legs for our walkers. Doesn't look much like a Deff Dread yet, but you can see it already coming together. We're gonna use 2 of these wheels and Tester's plastic cement. It's a little bit too much. We'll just glue one of these in there. We're gonna put this aside to dry, and we're gonna start to figure out what the top's gonna look like. Now we don't want it to be really big. Like this I was thinking of using for the back, but you see that's gonna be just like probably too large. So we wanna cut this down a little bit. I'm not exactly sure where. And then we're probably gonna use some other pieces for the back. Actually, that might make a good size back. So let's see what else we have that'll match it. Got another piece that's about the same size. Panel of wood, that might be interesting. Rhino Doors, they're kind of big. Might have to cut them down. I don't want to just go ahead and use the old Sentinel body because that might be a little too obvious. So we're going to toss it aside. We also always have our good standby. Plasticard, when in doubt, just cut a new shape. Okay, so we're going to use these 2 for the side panels. Going to cut this down and use it across the back. Haven't quite decided what's going to go on the front face or the top yet, but we'll deal with that in a minute. But we're going to cut this down to about there. Okay, let's just clean that up a little bit with a file. Okay, so next we're going to attach our side panels to here. Got to cut this little piece and this little piece off just because they're in the way. All right, we'll put that piece aside to dry. Okay, we have the front of a Rhino. We're going to cut this down a little bit so it's the right width to fit in here. So, like right now, it's just a little bit too wide. Not by much, actually, but actually, no, we'll use as is. Let's get our little bead of glue down each side. And there we go. So we're gonna let that sit and just get ready for us. So being a Deff Dread, it's supposed to have 2 close combat weapons, and then we have choices of 2 more weapons. We can use a big shooter, a rocket launcher, a custom Mega Blaster, or a Scorcher. So we're gonna basically modify this guy's arm some way into being a close combat weapon. Not sure how yet, we'll figure it out. Then we have a whole lot of other bits here. Clearly this could represent a rocket launcher of some type, especially if I pair it with, you know, a chamber of some type to launch it. I don't know if I'd call that a big shooter or a Mega Blaster. It's pretty big. Might be a Mega Blaster. This would be a Scorcher, or at least it can be a Scorcher. So I think we'll go with this on one side as our Mega Blaster. This is a Scorcher on the other. All right, so we're going to attach our first weapon, and I'm just using this random piece. I don't even know what it is or what it's from. And in orky fashion, we're just attaching it quite randomly. And then we'll glue the weapon straight onto that. And just hold for a few minutes. Okay, we're going to chop down this gun and replace the barrel with an axe. Sorry about your arm, buddy. Looks orky to me. For this one, I'm going to pin it just because I don't know how well that's going to hold. I'm just going to make a little hole here. And for pinning, just use a little bit of paper clip. Plastic cement doesn't work on metal. We have super glue. Okay, so one side pin. And the other. We'll just hold that for a couple seconds. There we go. Okay. And that'll go on the other side. All right, we're going to mount this piece on the side and basically use that as sort of a Rotary Arm Mount. Generously apply our plastic glue. And then our axe gun. And put this at a bit of an angle just to make it look more dynamic. So last thing we really need to do is attach the head to the body and cover up the top, and obviously do something with the back here. It's a little bit bare right now. So to cover the top, yes, we took 2 of those, cut them down a little bit to be the right size. Okay, so we've cut down some Rhino hatches. We'll place them on top, pretty much just like that. So we'll start with some glue, beat it around, and number 2. Okay, and our cockpit's basically sealed. Just have the back and something to do with the bottom because we can't really glue that to the legs as it is. Okay, we're going to just cut the bottom of the plastic card because I don't really have any pieces left over that are the right size. And easiest way to cut plastic card is your razor saw. Just zips right through it. Okay. Clean up the edges with a file. All right, we have our bottom piece cut, and it's a snug fit, but it's a fit nonetheless. So we're just going to glue that in place now. And that means glue all around here. Perfect. Now, we haven't glued the legs down yet, so it's a little bit shaky. And we're going to want to armor them probably because they look a little bit flimsy compared to the rest of it. But it's not off to a bad start.
We, MiniWarGaming, are having a grand reopening sale. The sale starts Monday, February 23rd at noon Eastern Standard Time and ends at noon the following Monday, March 2nd Eastern Standard Time. All of our Games Workshop products are 20% off. All of our Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer 40k, and Lord of the Rings, all 20% off. All of our non-Games Workshop products are from 15 to 25% off and include green stuff, plastic art, magnets, and introducing Armor Cast. And to top it off, we are including a free set of MiniWarGaming paintbrushes with every order. Just visit MiniWarGamingSale.com and put in your email address. And make sure to put your orders in as soon as the sale starts, because all the products I mentioned before are while supplies last. The sale starts soon, so be there or be dead. I mean, yeah, just be there.